Alright, so hey guys, it's currently really crazy in my house right now. As you can hear, the vacuum cleaner is going and my sister is going crazy, cause she's watching video games. But basically, I wanted to talk about something that was really important to me, something I thought was really interesting. So basically, I've noticed that there's this new website and it's called Social Blade, and I thought it was quite crazy actually. I thought it was very interesting. So the purpose of Social Blade apparently is that it shows you like live subscriber follower counts. And so I'm like on a bunch of different accounts right now just to see like how they're doing, and every single one of them is just it's like they earn so many subscribers and followers per hour, and it's like so easy to get jealous of that because you just want to be an influential person and you want to do well on social media and YouTube and stuff like that. And that's something that I feel like we've all felt really indebted to. Not really indebted, but like it's always been nagging at you, like why I'm not famous yet, what can I do to become famous? It's kind of like that, like you want to be quirky and you want to do something that people are really going to hang on to and like think about so you can gain more followers and subscribers and eventually use YouTube and Instagram and Twitter like as an income. And that's something that we all like want to do. A lot of us like social media influencers or people who are wanting to just like get out there, you want to get your name out there, you want to get paid for what you're doing, you want to be influential, you want to be helping other people. Like we all have these really great goals, and I think it's important for us to like analyze them and say, why do I believe this? Why do I want this in my life? Just stuff like that. And I've just noticed recently that we're all so obsessed with numbers, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that because it's like it's a good way to see like check in on your progress. How many people am I reaching, how many people enjoy my message and like follow what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a great way to really understand where people are coming from and like why is your content doing well, how many viewers like are you getting, whatever. Like everybody wants to know that, and we're all so obsessed with numbers, and I think that's a great thing, because it's like I want to accomplish a certain thing and you want to have like a number set in stone of, oh, this is how many subscribers or followers I want to have. Like you all want to reach a goal, and that's so important because I used to be that person that like I didn't care at all. I was just like, well, I don't really care who this reaches, I just like it, whatever. And it's like I want to be putting my account to use. I want to be reaching as many people in an audience as possible, but at the same time there comes a balance where you say to yourself, okay, I want to reach like so many people, whatever, and that's really important. But it's like you can have a lot of people who are watching you and they're going to be benefiting you whether they like your content or not, because it's like you eventually have so many viewers that it depends on like how many people are watching your video that you get a certain amount of money off of, which is really like amazing that you can make money off of the internet now. I mean, like who would have knew when the internet was invented in the 90s? Like that's crazy. But then now it's like so different because you compare yourself to everybody and you say, oh, well, they're making money off of what they're doing right now, and and that's what it's like what I want to be doing, what I feel like everybody wants to be doing. And it's so hard to get in that mindset of, oh, I'm not there yet, like, oh, I'm so upset, when you should be using that as fuel for your fire. Like you should be using that as power. Like I have so far to go that I'm literally just going to be working so hard from now on to be able to reach where I want to go. It's like we all continuously like keep improving, and that's just a thing. Like you never stop improving, you never stop putting out content. Like if you're constantly like you're persistent, you're consistent, like you want to be putting out stuff that is going to be positively influencing and affecting people. And not only that, like you want your following to grow and you want to grow as a person throughout this whole entire ordeal. And that's something that I really want to do. And I feel like people don't really take you seriously in real life. If you know somebody in real life, and you see them in school or like every day or whatever, you hang out with them and you know them really well, and then it's like, or you don't know them too well, you just see their face and like you know who they are, you know their name. But it's like, to me, it's more important that you know who I am and what I'm about, and like the message that I'm spreading and the content that I want to be putting out, instead of my name and like the way I look and stuff like that. It's like important to me that I have an image that people like can resonate with, that I have a message that people can resonate with, because if you aren't reaching like a huge audience, it's probably because nobody can relate to you, or even if you're like still connected to people in high school, maybe you didn't have that many friends that like are supporting your work and putting it out there and saying, oh, like follow her, whatever. You know, it's like self-made success is definitely the most difficult things, especially when you don't have that many people that are really like supporting you. So I've always thought it was really important that I'm like always my biggest supporter. I'm just always focusing on myself and what I want to be doing. So that's like something that we should all have that mindset. There's always something that we can improve upon. So to really get stuck in this rut of, oh, you know, there's people who are superior to me or like better than me or have more followers or subscribers or whatever. And it's like, you know what? There are people who do, like, you know, for me, for instance, there are people I see on Instagram and YouTube who have more followers and subscribers than I do. And, you know, you got to realize that they put so much work into that in order to have that. Like, there was something about them that made people like them. And, you know what? Not everybody has that charm or something that people really resonate with or think is, like, funny. For example, I'll shout out a bunch of people and put them in my bio. But basically, there's this girl named Emma Chamberlain, which I absolutely adore her videos, and I think she's an amazing person. And I analyze her videos all the time, and I think she's great. You know, she's like comedic, she's interesting, she's very intellectual, and she's a great person overall. And so I analyze her videos a lot, and I say like, you know, I wonder why she has so many subscribers. And you look on Social Blade, which is the website I just pulled up, and her subscriber count is literally always going up. And I always wonder, like, I ask myself, how can I do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say to myself, if she can do this, why am I, like, I'm not sitting back and saying, oh, it's just not for me, or like not trying, because I always want to be putting out videos like as much as I can. And so I feel like I look at her and I say, she's an amazing person, and I know that I can do the things that she's doing and that I'm capable of anything. And I guess right now the goal for me is getting my content out and like really connecting to people and not being afraid of like what I want to say, or not being afraid to put out stuff that people might judge, whatever, because to me that doesn't matter. People in high school or people who are watching this who I know in real life, a lot of them don't even matter, and I can only connect to very few. So it's like, I used to be so afraid of people like judging me, of, oh, I have to make this video perfect, or, you know, these people are going to see me in real life and judge me and say, oh, like, you're such a weird person, you're so strange, like, your videos are so weird. And, you know, at this point, I really don't care, because I'm almost done with high school, and there's very few people who I really connected to in high school and who I'm friends with. And I know that those people would never judge me or say, oh, your videos are shitty. They support me wholeheartedly, and I'm really thankful for that. And so I stick with those people, and I don't care about the other people who might judge me or say, you know, you're like a weird person and your videos I don't really understand, because they don't matter. It's like, I am a complex person, and I'm gonna continue to like build on myself and become better and more complex and interesting. And it's like, I don't understand people who say, oh, like, I don't get girls, like, they're so complex or so whatever, because it's like, would you rather have a basic bitch? I mean, it's like, would you rather be friends with somebody who is so boring and has nothing to talk about, instead of being friends with somebody who, say, is weird or always has something to talk about? It's like, that's always been me. I've always had something strange to just talk about with my friends or whatever, like whoever I meet. And then there's always something that I can say. I'm not so refined and so boring that I plan out everything I'm going to talk to people about, or like try to be relatable. You know, there's no point in that. If I'm not making content that I'm proud of and that really resonates with myself and who I want to be as a person, then what is the point of that? Of making content that you think, you know, I only make YouTube videos that I know people are going to like. Bullshit, honestly. I would never do that for the world. I don't even care. Like, you see this? I am recording like a vlog on my phone in my room, and it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna continue doing this because it's something that I love doing. And I know that it's like, for me, it's like a personal online diary, and it's like an escape, but at the same time, you're reaching people who might relate to you and say, wow, you know, I would like to be friends with her, or I'd like to see more of what she has to say. And it's like, that's a bonus to what you have in life, because not always, and many times when I put out stuff on YouTube, I think to myself, you know what, it'd be great if this reached a lot of people, and that's like my goal, is to reach as many people as possible. Even then, I'm putting out stuff that I'm proud of and that really makes sense to me and resonates with me. And that's like the whole entire point of YouTube. You're putting out stuff that you're going to look back on in your life and say, wow, you know, I'm proud of myself and this made a lot of sense. And I'm really like, this was connecting to my future self. I guess these videos for me are just like reaching out to my future self, connecting with her and saying, I want to, like, I'm already trying to reach you. I'm already trying to be better than the person I was like the second before. Like, I'm always constantly improving and just, I'm literally like, I love that statement, never stop improving, because it is so important to me and I feel like it should be important to everybody else. And I'm not afraid to like say that because it is a message that should be spread. Like, let's stop backtracking. Let's keep building on ourselves and like creating progress, literally like breaking yourself down to build yourself back up again. And that to me is life. And I'm always experimenting and trying new things, hanging out with new people. It's like I'm doing stuff that matters to me and accomplishing as much as I can, putting out as much content. And like, that's life. And that's so crazy that we have like this crazy platform. People say, oh, I don't have a voice, I don't have a platform. Okay, but if you're alive, if you're breathing, if you have a heartbeat, you do have a voice and you do have a platform. If you have a brain, like, you have everything you need. And people don't understand that. It can be so basic. Like, I'm literally standing here with like no clothing on, talking into a camera, and people say, oh, you should put more effort into your videos, whatever. I don't even have a shirt on. I don't have makeup on. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do any of this stuff. But what matters to me is my voice and how I'm connecting to people. If the only thing I have with me or carry with me is a brain, then that's enough for me, because that's enough for me to connect with people and enough for me to create stuff that I'm proud of and to analyze stuff. And just, it's crazy how people say, oh, I just, like, I can't do that. I can't be a YouTuber. Okay, but you have a brain, you have a body, you have a spirit, you have a mind, and that should be enough for you to even create anything you want. It's literally so simple. I used to say to myself, oh, before I get a presence on YouTube or upload videos, I need this crazy setup. Like, I need the perfect camera, like vlogging camera. I need a mic. I need a microphone. I need a MacBook. Like, I have everything I need, and it literally doesn't matter. Like, there's still stuff that I want to build on and like keep improving with, and say, I want to upgrade my setup, or I want to get a MacBook, which is like it's my newest goal. I want to get a MacBook. And I'm saving up to get that because it just makes my life easier. But even without it, like, I'm still making music and creating stuff. And it's like so important to me that I hate it. My number one pet peeve in life is when people say, oh, I can't, or it's just not for me. It's like, don't even say that to me. Don't even say that. Like, we all have insecurities that we've had, like, say throughout life. You just gain stuff. You gain knowledge, you gain stuff. Like, you gain comfort in yourself and knowing that you're adequate and that you're enough, and that is like a foundation for everything else in your life. Knowing that you are capable of anything, that you can do anything in your life, and it doesn't matter what other people say or the inhibitions that you put in your mind, because it's always there. Like, you're always going to have that platform, which is yourself. You don't need anything else. You don't need friends. It's just a bonus in life. If you have like a great setup, or a MacBook, or a microphone, you have GarageBand, you have Final Cut Pro, you have friends, that's a bonus. If you have a camera, whatever, it's like, I'm really blessed that I have certain things in my life that like enable me and help me to put out content that I want to be putting out. But I know that even if I didn't have this stuff, I'd still be putting out content, because it's just that, it's that will, it's that drive. Like, I don't care what happened to me in the past. I'm in the present now. I'm reaching towards the future, and by doing that, it literally doesn't matter, like, what I have, like, the tools I have available to me are they're helping me, in my journey and making it better for me, but I'm the only person who can enable myself to have a voice. Nobody can take that away from me, and that is the most important thing, and that's something that I build on every day and have to remind myself. I'm constantly reminding myself, no matter what you think, no matter if you feel ashamed or if you feel inferior to other people, or you look and you compare to other people, you're always going to have that voice. No matter what it is you want to say, you're always going to have that voice. And, it's like something that nobody can take away from you. No matter who you are, you are important, and you're important, and you can be putting out something that you're proud of, and you can be putting out something that even one person can relate to. That's enough. It's just, for me, my goal is to relate to as many people as possible, and to just, like, I would love to build a following, and that's something that I'm working on right now. It's just building, like, on stuff. You already have a foundation, you know who you are, you know what you want, and then from there you can literally just start, and that's so important. So I guess that's something that right now, like, I wanted to talk about. We all have a platform, and that is ourselves. That's our body, it's our mind. It's like all you need. And if you have more than that, then you're completely capable of being the person that you've always wanted to be. And that's a message that I've been wanting to spread for a long time. You see how basic this is right now. Like, I'm not even wearing clothes. Like I said, I don't have makeup on. I didn't do my hair. I'm recording on a phone. Like, I don't have a tripod, whatever, you know. It's like, you don't even need half of that stuff to be putting out